Hi, I'm Ross with Sky Management, and today we are going to be working on a Delta faucet. This faucet's leaking out the back here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it all apart and replace it with new seals. First thing you got to do is turn off the water. Okay, now that we have our water off, we can go ahead and take it apart. If you buy the whole Delta repair kit, it'll come with the Allen wrench that you need to remove the set screw. So the first thing we're going to do is pull that out so we can get the handle off. Sometimes the handles are kind of stuck on there, so you really got to pull them on a little bit. Once you get the handle off, this top half circle piece will have to come off, and you're probably going to need a pipe wrench for that. So we'll take our pipe wrench, put it on there, get it on there nice and tight. Once you give it a couple turns, you'll probably be able to take it off the rest of the way by hand, I hope. You say that, you need to put that back on. Inside there's a ball piece. We have the whole kit here, so we're going to go ahead and replace the ball with a new ball. So we're going to use the new one. But I'm also going to replace this whole piece because this is the seal that was bad. So we're going to be replacing all of that with the new one. And we're also going to, since we've got it open, we're going to replace the springs and seats that are inside here. The easiest way to get those out is with a screwdriver. Kind of stick it in there, inside it, and just pull them out. Don't want to lose pieces down the garbage disposal. Alright, we've got all the top part out. Now we're going to take off the neck and look at the seals on the inside of it, because since we got it apart this far, just as well replace them all. So there are two O-rings, one on the top and one on the bottom around the neck. To get those off, it takes a little flathead screwdriver. And you can kind of get underneath it. Actually, we'll start with the bottom one. Sometimes it's easier just to cut them off, but we'll try to take them off so you can see them in one piece. If you start with the bottom one, then you can just roll it right over the top one to get it off. If you start with the top one, then you end up getting the bottom one stuck in the same groove. Like I said, sometimes it's easier just to cut them off. Alright, that's the bottom one. That's the top one. Now, we have the whole thing apart, so we're going to start putting it back together, just reverse of what we had going on. So, in the O-rings, these were the fatter ones. There's two different sizes of the Delta ones. These ones that came off are the fatter kind, so we're going to put those on there. I just start at the back and stretch them over to the front, and then kind of roll them down to where they're in the groove that they came out of. And again for the bottom one. Kind of got stuck. Roll it all the way down to the bottom. Alright, so we got new O-rings on. That should keep the neck from leaking. It's a good idea to clean all this up before you go sticking it back on. Alright, we'll slide the neck back down. If you kind of work it around a little, it should sit on there pretty snug. Then we're ready to start putting the top part back together. What came out of the top part were the two shorter springs that come in the Delta repair kit. They look like this. And then a couple of the seats that are the little rubber pieces. So you put them together like so. And you put them back in the same way you got them out, by putting them on your screwdriver and sticking your screwdriver in the hole. That way they don't fall in there crooked. Then you can slide them down into where they're supposed to go. So again, there's one for the hot side and one for the cold side. So the rubber seat and the spring, and stick them on a screwdriver, and then you put the screwdriver in the hole without losing the spring. Put the screwdriver in the hole and let them slide down into the hole where they're supposed to go, and then you can slide your screwdriver out and you'll have it in there. See, I got that one in crooked. The new ones will be pretty snug. Now we've got our spring seals in there. They go in the two back holes. That's where the hot comes in and the cold comes in, and then there's a hole in the front where it all goes out. But you want to put the seals on the back so that when you shut it off, that's where it makes the off seal. If you have a faucet that's dripping when it's off from the top of the neck where the water comes out, when it's off, that means these seals are bad. One or both of them is bad, and that's what needs to be replaced. Okay, we're ready to put our ball back in. These balls have a notch, this little long notch right here. There's a little peg that sticks out of the right side on these Delta faucets, and that's what keeps the ball in line. So you're going to put that slot where it goes down onto that peg, and that's where it'll go. That's where it keeps the ball in there straight, so that hot is hot and cold is cold. Over the top of the ball is the seal that we were really needing to replace this time. It's this rubber piece that goes on top of the ball, and this is the guide that tells the handle where it can move. There's a notch in the side over here that keeps this piece on straight, so you're going to slide it right down over the top so that that notch is in line with that piece. Check a different one. This one was the wrong size. I have more. There we go. Okay, there's two different sizes of little notch on the side. This is the one for this faucet. So, start over. Put that rubber piece on and down in the notch on that side. Alright. You're going to put this half circle piece back on. And you got to make sure this stays on straight when we screw this down. You don't want that to start spinning as you tighten this. on there pretty snug by hand. Make sure it doesn't leak. I'm going to give it just a little bit more with a wrench. Alright, then we're ready to put our handle back on. Once the handle's down on there, we will tighten it down. Everything seems snug and good, so we'll turn the water back on and see how we did. Okay, we've got our water turned back on and we're ready to try it out. I don't see any leaks, so it looks like we're good to go. The kit that we used was about $10 and we didn't have to hire a plumber, so we saved quite a bit of money here. If you found this video helpful, like our video and subscribe to our page for more helpful maintenance tips.